There was almost a social media meltdown yesterday, looking at the team news for our game against Crystal Palace. Juan Foyth, Musa Sissoko, Kieran Trippier, Hugo to a certain extent, and Ben Davies all carrying the brunt of that. So you'd be forgiven for thinking that we were going to get done yesterday. Palace obviously haven't scored a goal in open play, and they haven't won at Selhurst Park. So, you know, most people were putting their money on the fact that we were going to get beat, and we were going to be the ones that made it all right for Roy to kick on. But as it turned out, some of those players, well, in fact, all of those players really did us proud. Juan Foyth with the goal, added to the fact that he had great pass accuracy, great tackling, great positioning play, seemed to do nothing wrong. Got a man of the match as well, to boot. Kieran Trippier, okay, he went off. So another injury. Hopefully that means he won't play for England and might get a little bit of a break. Hopefully it's not too serious and we get him back in the squad. Aurier came in, didn't do too bad, I didn't think. You know, he's for me, I think he's probably a better defender than Trippier, but not a great crosser of the ball. Plenty of running, plenty of effort. Stuck his foot in when he needed to. So, you know, I thought we'd done all right, to be fair. Ben Davies, on the other hand, I felt had a really good game. Most will disagree, I'm sure, but I thought he did really well yesterday. He didn't stop running. He was up and down that flank all day long, and put in a few good crosses, kept the game alive and kept going. So I was really pleased with him. Hugo, again, whatever we say about him, and I'm one of the first ones to criticise his kicking, never seems to get it to a Tottenham player and so on, and he likes to play from the back, and that does cause a bit of pressure, you know, quite a lot, and that worries me. Being a Spurs fan, you know, if you watch Real Madrid or Barcelona do that, you're thinking, well, great play. When you watch Tottenham do it, you're thinking to yourself, shit, here we go. But he kept us in it and saved the game in the end, because right at the end there, a good save, you know, kept himself big, stood up, palmed it away, done the right thing. So, you know, if it wouldn't have been for him, we could have had a bit of a different result. And then we came to the main man, Mr. Musa Sissoko, everybody's favourite whipping boy. Wow, what a game he had. I was in awe, I've got to be honest. I watched him. He was on the left, he was on the right, he was running back in defence, he was pushing the attack forward, he was linking up, he was taking shots. You know, wow. You know, I actually tweeted during the game, who is this number 17? Now, he's been having a few good games of late, but yesterday has got to be his standout performance. The guy has taken so much flack from everybody. You know, even people like me that would be considered as a happy clapper and all that kind of bull. You know, even me, I've kind of shook my head and said, why? You know this is what's going to happen. He's going to bobble off of his knee and go out for a corner or something. But I've kept the faith with him. I've always wanted to support him and you know, be on his side, because I'm one of these people that likes to support the team. You know, if they play for my team, I'll support them. You know, until the day they leave my team, they're part of the club and I'll support them. Doesn't mean to say I won't criticise them, but I don't like to criticise anybody who's clearly better at this role than me. Maybe not better than some players, but they're the player that plays for my team. So, you know. But Sissoko yesterday, I thought was immense. I thought, you know, if it hadn't have been for Foyth scoring the goal, he was my man of the match. You know, I really felt for him. But the pleasing thing for me is seeing the feeling amongst the team. You can really see a togetherness, you know, across the whole squad. You know, I did a video early in the season when we didn't sign any players and that, and I said at that time that I was, you know, okay, it's disappointing, but I felt that the squad were better than we were giving them credit for. And I think that's been proven to a certain extent in the fact that we are still fourth, we are still up there, we are plodding on. You know, we would do for us to have some new blood in the squad, and I'm sure January may well be the time that we get that. But given the players that we've got and the effort that they've put in and the results that they've gained, with a real mix, bearing in mind the injuries that we've had, you know, almost every player so far has been out for a period of time. Dele, Ericsson, you know, these are big players. Son being away, you know, these are big players, you know, in the team. So to keep going the way we have is testament to the squad mentality that Pochettino has got there. And I love seeing the way he comes on at the end and he puts his arm around every single player. He hugs them, he gives them encouragement and so on. And I think that's so important to make sure that everyone feels that they are valued, that they are part of it, that this is a long-term project for all of them. And he says that in his interviews, you know, no player is more important to him than another player. Now, clearly you're going to have players that do so much more for the team, your standout players and so on. But you have to have an element of players in there that are willing to mix it up, to come in when called upon and to do what is necessary to keep the game and the club moving forward. Tottenham have always had a great player at the club, going all the way back to the days of Hoddle, to the days of Gascoigne, Ginola, Lineker, you know, all these players, Bow, all these players have all been great players. But they haven't always been in great teams. For me, this team is becoming a great team. You've got lots of strong players in lots of strong positions. I would love to see, you know, those extra players coming in that are going to make all the difference. Absolutely. But when you consider what we're spending, what our structure is, what we're going through, the period of change, and all those kind of things, to be where we are at this moment in time is testament to the hard work and the team effort that's going in. So, you know, even in patches watching the game yesterday, I felt that we played well. We didn't play great, but we played well. We kept the ball well. We kept it moving. There was some great passing. There was some great crossing. You know, you look at that and you think the ability is coming back into the game. The skill, the passing, what we're about. Always a bit nervy at the end, and it's always going to be at 1-0. But hey, you know, we won the game. We got the 3 points. We move forward. Onwards and upwards. Let's hope that the international break gives some of our players at least, a bit of time off. And then let's hope that we move forward and actually cement our position, get into the new stadium and see if we can move on from there. As always, up the Spurs.